Am I ready? Not yet. Now I'm ready. Are you? Hi, I'm Mom and I welcome you all to MomDas Life Handmade. In order to protect oneself from pollution and infection, few things are very important. Number one is to maintain sanitation, maintain hygiene, maintain cleanliness, not only of your own self, your own home, but also of the surrounding. Number two is to maintain a very fit, healthy body so that your immune system can fight any kind of infection. And number three is to be able to create a barrier between yourself and the cause of infection. And one way of creating this barrier is through a face mask. So you can protect yourself from any kind of airborne infection. That is a way of protection. So I'm going to today show you how to make a face mask with fabric, something that can be reused and you can make very easily at home. So if you make a couple of these, you can wash one today and wear the other tomorrow to the office while this one dries, and you can even match them to your dresses, and you have a continuous supply of face masks for yourself and your family members, and you don't have to go ahead and buy them every time. You have your own barrier to infection at your hand in your home. I'm starting this project with cotton fabric, pure cotton fabric, and this has been pre-washed. I need to pre-wash my fabric so that it's soft and it's absolutely clean. So now let me tell you the dimensions. I need a rectangular piece of fabric, cotton fabric, which is 22 centimeters wide and 34 centimeters in length. 22 by 34 centimeters. Then I need 2 strips of fabric. Now the 2 strips of fabric, I am using 3 centimeters wide and 17 centimeters long. Now both these fabrics are of equal length, 17 centimeters, and the width is 3 centimeter. Now if you are a little uncomfortable with making pipings, this is going to be as thin as this. Now if you are a little uncomfortable with making pipings, you can take 4 centimeter or even 5 centimeter wide fabric. Other than fabric, I'll need some elastic. So I had this cord elastic at hand, so I'm using 20 centimeter each. So 2 pieces of 20 centimeter cord elastic, but if you don't have cord elastic, you can use any thin flat elastic for this. Obviously you will need some needle and thread and a sharp pair of scissors. Now you can do this whole project with hand stitching or machine stitching. Very less stitching is required, so you can even hand stitch the whole project. To start, I'm going to lay this fabric the wrong side facing me, and with wrong side outside, I folded it along the length. I want it to be double layered so that it acts as a filter and it will block as much of unwanted things as possible. So it's now 2 layer, and I'm going to stitch along the width here to join this so that I can turn it inside out and get a right side out. I'll be back after the stitching. Here is my stitch line. I have stitched this side, and now I'll turn the right side out. Now taking some pins, this is a pin cushion, one of my recent DIYs. You'll find all my sew tutorials in a playlist together. I'll put a link also in the description box. Now I'll take a ruler and I'll measure from the top at 5 centimeters. I'm going to pinch down and fold about an below it. So you can see, I'll show you again. Here, I just pinched and brought this together like a fold has come here, and I'm going to attach a pin here. Similarly, on the other side also, from the top at 5 centimeters, pinch in and go down, bring it over the other. So I folded and brought it over the lower portion so that it forms a fold like this. Add a pin here again. Now I always add pins with the knobby side inside and the sharp ends toward the edge. It's easier while stitching. It's obviously again up to your wish. Now I'm going to measure at 3 centimeters and pinch it again and bring it in the same way down like this and pin it up. Now I'll just go ahead and stitch on these two edges so that this thing stays together and be back. I'm putting the stitch side on the top, so this will be where my nose will be and this will be where my chin will be. So this is the front for me. I'm going to turn it the opposite side now. Already stitched this side, so the pleats are well fixed now. Now these thin strips of fabric that I had cut for piping, I'm going to attach them here. You can see they are overhanging. I'm going to fold it along this edge and pin it. Fold it over. This would be just making things a little more simpler this way, and then just go ahead and stitch along this line. Similarly on this side as well. Now you see I have stitched the piping edges. Now open them. Now fold the raw edge inside and then bring it here along the stitch line and stitch it here. So therefore I'll get a tunnel inside. These ends are open, so it will become like a tunnel. Similarly on this side, I'll fold the raw edges in, fold it over till the stitch line and stitch along this edge so that I have two tunnels on the sides. Now you see I have stitched and I've got a tunnel here. This is the tunnel. I've stitched on both the ends. I just used a little zigzag stitch and a straight stitch just for decorative purpose and more strength. One can even hand hem or use ordinary stitches for this. Now once this much is done, I'll take the two elastic strings, cords or elastics, whatever you have, and put them through the tunnel. One can use safety pin or a bobby pin or a needle to take this through. I'm using a bobby pin and I'll go inside the tunnel. Since it's a cord, all I need to do is tie a knot here. But if you are using elastic, you need to just do a little hand stitching on the ends to join them. Make sure that it's well secured. Now I'm just pulling the knots inside this tunnel. And it's done. Thank you so much for watching and have a very happy, healthy and stress-free life. See you in my next video very soon.